It's only aware now.
And if you look at the picture rather laughably, and of course in their characteristically undignified manner, you will see some Janjaweed standing behind them. Very sad indeed. Fulani, they are launching something they claim is to defend the Southeast, and Fulani people are there. And let me ask them, how many vigilante and security network do they have in the north? How many Igbo people were present during the launch of those security outfits in the north? They have one in Bauchi. They have one in Yobe. That is to tell you how stupid these fools are, calling themselves governors. The most useless and idiotic set of people you can ever come across. Very, very sad indeed.
You guys are listening to heavy.
Now listen to me.
Heavy speech.
Yeah.
I want to prove to the whole world, everybody listening this evening, how stupid and idiotic these people are. Because some of you do not know how idiotic they are. I want to prove to you that these Southeastern governors, they are a bundle of idiocy, stupidity. These are the kind, this is the species of idiots. The species of idiots. Over the years, we have been making life extremely difficult for us. What have they done? All of you can remember a while back, they said that they are launching, that we have now banned open grazing. I want to start from the beginning. I am responding to what the governor said a few days ago, that they are launching a security outfit. Out of pride, because they have killed, they were the ones that ordered the Fulani army and police to invade our land and kill us. Operation Python Dance 1, Python Dance 2, 3, 4. To approach Eastern.
Turn left onto Union Street, and then in 300 meters, turn left.
Understand? Because there's the same way we come from, also they have polluted the land. They have polluted. That is why they don't have the face to approach IPOB leadership to say, please come and help us have a problem. They're all murderers and killers, and they will all be held accountable when the time comes. Now, a summary of what they said is this, and I will summarize them using what Guardian newspaper reported. They are now directing, listen carefully, they claim they are floating a security network, maybe to rival ESN, which is impossible, of course. If you ask the Israeli army and the police, they will testify. If you ask the Fulani terrorists in the forest, they will testify. Nobody can. What they did, rather foolishly, is to say, these are people, listen, these are people launching a security network. Don't get me wrong. They called it EBUBEAGU. And during their press briefing, they now said, we are directing all security agencies to enforce ban on open grazing. Hey, so you're not directing EBUBEAGU to stop open grazing. You're going back to the same police that has failed for nearly 7 years. I want to let people understand how useless, idiotic, and foolish the so-called governors are. When these people call themselves we, the political elite, I want to basically gouge out my eyes. You claim you are an elite and you have common sense. You came to a press conference to launch something you are calling your regional security outfit. And in December, whilst you're standing, claiming you're launching regional security outfit, you are now asking police standing behind you to please enforce the ban on open grazing. Then why are you floating a security outfit if the police are going to enforce the ban on open grazing, knowing fully well that open grazing is the source of every problem we are having in the zoo? Let me take some water. That's number one. For those of you with pen and paper, that is number one. When we floated Eastern Security Network, I gave them the order to flush out Fulani terrorists from our bushes, and they're doing it successfully. We are now having a few teething problems in Ebonyi. Why? Because in Ebonyi State, we have now discovered that the so-called Fulani headsmen are Nigerian army and police. They take off their police uniform, They go to their own police and armory in Ebonyi State. Under the eyes and nose of Umahi, they pick up guns from their armory. They go and slaughter villages in Ebonyi State. Under Fulani X-Men. The army and the police. That is why very soon there will be no army or police in Ebonyi State. If we see you with army in Ebonyi State, you're a dead idiot, you will die. Because you people are the ones supporting your own people to take over our land in Ebonyi State. I have noticed that most commentators and analysts abroad, most of these people compromised and paid by the Sui. They are still writing their rubbish, you heard that from my class. God will punish all of you. I don't care if you're white or if you're black. You can see Fulani coming to my land to take my land from me. You can see them killing villagers. You are telling me it's farmer header clash. God will punish any idiot that writes about farmer header clash. It is not. Fulani, with the help of the British government, is hell-bent on taking over our land and our resources, denying us the rights to exist as a people, with dignity, of course. They don't want us to live with dignity. They want to enslave us in our land. We are the original land of the free. We had no kings because we believe that every man was born and is born equal before God Almighty in heaven. That only God can be king, not man. The British came and accepted their nonsense. They gave us an adulterated version of the word of God in the Bible that they brought to us, full of lies and deception, distorting the word of God. They gave it to us and we fell apart as the people. This generation of IPOB is here. We're going to correct this nonsense. We must correct it. We have no choice. We correct it or we die correcting it. We are not going to give an inch nor quarter. They must understand this very, very clearly. They are about to see the definition of madness. They are about to discover how fanatical we are about Biafra. They don't understand. They read about it. They say, oh, they're on social media. You don't understand how insane we are about Biafra. Any day, you know, you will give us our Biafra and let us live in peace. People that got together, you know, were talking about forming a security outfit. They were standing up, not even in the office. The same place they are standing saying, today we are launching EBUBEAGU Eastern Security Network. The same place they're saying, police, please go and enforce open grazing. And do you know how deceptive and evil these people are? They do not have any legislation to back up the directive that given to the police to go and stop open grazing. Now let me shock all of you. That some of you don't know this about the zoo called Nigeria. I want to shock all of you so you understand what I'm saying. A governor does not have the right to issue any order to the police in Nigeria. Some of you don't understand this because you go to school but you learn nothing. You understand nothing because your brains are empty. And when I say, they say I'm insulting them, why would I insult you? Because a lot of you are very, very foolish. Most of you are stupid and idiotic. How? What you have is Nigeria Police Force, not Anambra Police Force, not Imo Police Force, not Ogun Police Force, not Oshun, not Lagos Police. People must understand this. The only time the Nigeria Police or Army can act in your state is only when the directive you're giving to them is in tandem with the wishes and aspirations of the Inspector General of Police and of the presidency. Do you understand what I'm saying? The only time a governor can speak to the police and the police will listen is when that directive, like Operation Python Dance, go and kill the Afghan people, is in tandem with what the Fulanis want in Abuja. That's all. If not, they will not carry it out. Now tell me why. For nearly 2 weeks now, we have been under sustained Fulani Janjaweed, should I say, Nigerian Army and Police attack in Ebonyi State. The army has not responded. They have not issued any statement. Nobody has said a word, not one single word, in condemnation of what is happening. Nigerian media, those evil journalists, they have not written about it. But there is war going on. Evil right down this minute. We are fighting them. We defeated them. They went back and they went to Benue State. They brought Fulani people in the army and in the police. They took off their police uniform, their army uniform. They were fighting us. And some of you don't understand what is going on because you are foolish. The zoo has gotten into some of you. You are forming a security outfit. A security outfit. In the same vein, you're asking the work you are setting up the security outfit for. In the same place, you are telling the police to go and enforce it. How do God in heaven? What planet did these people actually emerge from? Are you sure they went to school? Are you sure that? And George Obiosa is there. He's a professor, he's intellectual. Are you sure they're well at all? And they know that they do not have the force of the law to back up their plan and open. How many times will they now open grazing ban? Almost 20 times. Over 20 times. Go and Google it. Grazing ban every 2 months. Grazing ban. Why? Ask yourself, why is it that the police are not enforcing it in our land? In fact, in the Middle Belt and the whole of the South. Why? Ask yourself that question. Those of you in your stupid one Nigeria. Why is it that should I say 2016, every 2 months, grazing ban, enforcing? After saying it, the police will go back home or go back to their offices. All they do is to set up roadblocks and be extorting money from people and killing their fans. That's all they do, and arresting them. That is all. That same job that the governor said, go and do this job, they will never do it. They have never done it. I will never do it. Because it doesn't correspond with what Abuja wants. Abuja wants Fulani in our forest so they can take over our land. So if you ask the police command in Imo State to go and stop open grazing, they will not do it. Since they gave this directive, was it last week? Have you ever heard that the police confronted any Fulani grazing openly anywhere or grazing their cattle openly anywhere? It's a simple question. I want our people to understand how idiotic and stupid these fools are calling themselves governors. Since they have been saying, only 2 or 3 months ago, they announced open grazing ban. That same time, it was in Ebonyi State. When he said, we are directing the police and the security agencies to go and enforce the ban. Till today, nobody has enforced it. What does that tell you about Nigeria, their police system? Something some of you don't know is that what you have is a Nigeria police force. It's not there to serve you, it's there to serve Abuja. If a Fulani man in Abuja says, I want Fulani headsmen in Isunjaba, that's what is going to happen. They will come to your village, they will kill you. In Isunjaba, they will kill you. You will call the police commissioner, they will not respond. Because the police force doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the federal government of Nigeria. That is something that is one thing every day I wonder, what type of God made you people? Now listen. They formed the EBUBEAGU pussy. I'll go pussy, they won't have any house. When you stamp your feet and start to run away, pussy, you don't put pussy cat. Not hard. Very sad indeed. And as somebody put it, after some pussyfooting, the governors of the 5 southeastern states of Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo decided to take their destinies in their own hand and address the fast deteriorating security situation in the region with the unveiling of a new security outfit codenamed the EBUBEAGU. Now I ask you, did you see when Amotekun was launched? When ESN was launched, you saw men. In Yoruba land, you saw men, volunteers. I think some of them are on salary. Ours is volunteer. It's an entirely volunteer force. Nothing. Nobody's paid a dime. Volunteers. When we launched ESN, you saw men. Somebody says, okay. Rat. Not even pussy. Pussy is even strong. Pussy can catch a rat. These idiots launched their own. The only person who looked like he's a a leopard, because Agho in our place is leopard. He's the only person. Some of you must know that tiger is not indigenous to Africa, so our ancestors couldn't have named a tiger Agho. Understand this very carefully. Tigers, I think, they're only found in Southeast Asia. And if you're mistaken, understand to be corrected. They are found only in Asia, if I'm not mistaken, in the Far East. There is no tiger anywhere in Africa, if my biology serves me right. So our ancestors couldn't have named the tiger Agho. Agho is leopard. That's what we have for your information. Now listen. They found this Ebubeagу. Nobody was inside. The only person wearing the cloth with Agho on it was George Obiozo. The only person. Obiano looked like a cowboy from the village drinking palm somewhere. Do you know how foolish these governors are? Some of you don't even know what is going on. They are so petrified of their Fulani masters, they can't even wear their traditional isiaku, which is our traditional wear. Umahi was wearing Fulani Danjiki. I don't know what Upani was wearing. Obiano looked like a cowboy. Okay, Zipasu looked like somebody at a 419 that landed in Bana somewhere. Just look at their dress. All of them dressed like where they come from. In Yoruba land, they dress the way they in the way of basically, when you see them, you know that these are Yoruba governors. In the north, of course, you know these are Janjaweed, Fulani. In our own land, in Igbo land, the heart of the cradle of civilization of mankind itself, they are ashamed of who they are. Go and look at it. Some of you don't even observe such little things. You don't even have time. Thank you. Casey Tank, but it's a EBUBEAGU. I think that's even better. EBUBEAGU. They could not even wear their traditional attire because they are afraid of their Fulani masters. They know Fulani. Look at Umahi. Umahi, every day he's wearing Danchiki with red cap. Danchiki every blessed day. Oh, Chineke, man, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. EBUBEAGU means the fear of a lion, which is rubbish. This food doesn't work. EBUBEAGU means the glory of a leopard. What you feel when you see a leopard. EBUBEAGU is security outfit. But we never saw any. Not one. Do you know why you did not see anybody during the launch of this ridiculously named EBUBEAGU rubbish by these fools? Because they have nobody. And they know that nobody can join them. Every young man.
Sorry guys, I just have a little drop
Phone
in
disconnected.
the thing. So I'm going to connect it very soon. Just give me 2 minutes. I'm going to reconnect to MAZI NNAMDI KANU's broadcast. I've been packed for a while. I told you we're out with the family. But in a few minutes I'm going to reconnect. So please just stay put. We'll reconnect very soon, okay? Just give me 1 second. We're going to reconnect and we'll continue. Just in a few seconds, it's going to reconnect. Okay? Just in a few seconds. Let me show you how they do zebra crossing here. See?
They are forming it because last week, gunmen basically attacked him. Because
Okay, so we're about to reconnect very soon now. That's it. That's it.
Listen, the launch of Gubernatorial, which is a local security outfit to take care of our land. But these people are foolish. They gathered the heads of security agencies in the region, and all of them joined together to issue a communique. Because today, for now, he wants to be president. His brother is a retired Major General. I don't know. That family is compromised. Samuel, everyone. These are concretors. They are. This is just game. And one security outfit without anybody in the security outfit to show for it. I went home just to grab the headline for a few days. And some will say audio security network. Audio security network. More like a Wendy believer. Fools calling themselves governors, making a mockery of common sense. Let me tell you where they plan or intend to get their recruits from. From Eastern Security Network. Some of them have now approached some people they thought are frontline commanders of Eastern Security Network. One state in particular, one idiot in particular, who opposed them, sent people to go and inquire in Imo State that they should get him the name of the commander of ESN in Imo State. That he intends to make him the commander of EBUBEAGU in Imo State. Are you listening to me very carefully? These are the people that he wanted to kill a few weeks ago. These are the people that him and his funny friends are still hunting till today. He's looking for them. So all these announcements they made in front of their Fulani masters in a way is basically to say we are going to divide ESN. We are going to tell you that money talks. We have the money. It's a big budget. We are going to buy you people over, trying to go back to what Gowon said, that the best way to defeat this agitation is by spraying money everywhere. To their horror, shock, and surprise, the people they met somewhere in Imo State, ask Sarikin Fulani, who put them, I will tell you. The people asked them, why don't you go to the leadership officers, go to IPOB leadership and ask them to come and do this thing for you? Why are you coming to us? To divide us? And the people told them, we are under oath, we cannot do it. We cannot do it. So they have nobody. Is to come and poach a structure that we have already on the ground. You know who put them is a 419, he's a thief. They use laptop to steal before. The Janjaweed are very clever. They decided to give us idiots as our impose idiots and call them leaders. A 419er, a certified criminal, a hardened criminal, a highway robber. They claim is the governor of Imo State sitting in the same office as Mbaku. What an insult! What an insult to the memory of the great legend himself. Sam Nakamba. He went to go and poach. Yes.
Sorry guys, everything has gone off. We're going to switch over to the main studio line. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this one too, and then I'll switch over to the studio one. Okay, thank you.